just come to the point as to who could potentially end up with TikTok and what that means, because there was a lot of discussion around the mountain last week in Davos about new tech gods being created. And it feels as though when you talk about shifting value, that's who we're seeing here benefiting from a Trump regime, whether it's around Stargate the other week, around TikTok in future. What is this telling you about who is in favour with the president and who the market should think about backing here because they're getting some sort of free pass to own certain incredible, valuable assets in future?
I think it's a very, very good question and a very insightful question. I would encourage us to be a little bit careful about this new idea that the media have about who's in favor with the president. I think it's a kind of a fashionable question, and I think you'll find that it's actually less important over time than some of my journalist friends would like it to be. But other than that, I think your question is very important. Forgive me for saying it that way. And I would say that the big winner probably, if TikTok is closed, if TikTok suffers, if TikTok has to close for 2 or 3 weeks, and then the 97% of TikTok users who are on other social media migrate somewhere else, right? That could happen. The big winner is probably Meta. Big winner is probably X. Who could end up owning TikTok? My best guess is it is a financial buyer, an actual fund or agglomeration of funds who are put together for the purpose of buying it. And then I suspect, given the kind of noises I'm hearing, just to guess, that probably Oracle itself ends up owning, say, a 10% share in the outcome. I'm making up that number, but that's a speculative guess because Oracle is so important to providing those hosting services for TikTok. So I believe that that would probably be the outcome. And I suspect now, even though the law said, Congress said, Supreme Court said that TikTok should be closed, I suspect now, given that he is the Article 2 enforcer of the law, Trump will actually not force a closure, but will force a divestiture on his own timetable.
Michael, I'm not going to let you get away with part of that last answer, my friend. Just the media and their current obsession with who's in or who's out. Come on, Michael. Man spends $250 million getting another man elected, and you think that's just a media obsession? Come on, Michael.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I get this question all from my European journalist friends who are kind of, I think, delighted somehow that they have something they can condescend to the United States about. No, I don't believe there's a quid pro quo. I do believe you should believe in America. I do believe you should believe that Americans are doing those investments in supporting a candidate for the right reasons and not expecting value back. I do believe that we should be less cynical about the United States politics. I do believe you can be cynical about Trump himself or the Trump family, whatever else. But look, there were more billionaires supporting the other ticket, Harris, than there were supporting Trump. And so I have to say, I just don't believe that it will pay off in terms of philosophical truth or financial investment or wisdom to be cynical about the United States. I do believe there's a view that Trump is very much into who's loyal today, and I think that's well established. That's not really disputable, but I don't believe that's going to affect business outcomes in the same way that, or to the degree, nearly to the degree that I think you might wish.